All right. So, it's still wet. What I decided, I was looking at it and it looks a little like it needs something, right? Something. And so I'm going to put a figure. So I'm taking into consideration my house and so I'm going to put a figure in here. Just walking. And maybe two of them. Be a little kid. Yeah. Then we have some birds. And I like to put my, get really light and put some birds, like they're way far off, and then there's some coming up. And you can do some W's and some V's. Some M's. And that's definitely enough. You can do this with a pen, or with white paint, but you can scratch. Let's try doing some scratching in here and see if we can get it. Yeah. Maybe that's too dry. Maybe I waited too long. Okay. Must have. Maybe you need your paper a little bit damp. Or better technique. I haven't done a lot of scraping. That's kind of a new thing for me, so. I think what I'm going to do, hot dog, is I don't have a white pen, but y'all don't be aghast. I do have some white paint. And we can put some white birds in. I like that look. I think it might have been Thomas Schaller. I can't remember. I saw a painting. Ooh, shoot. Where, this is a terrible brush. Where they did that. They mixed them. I thought that was just the coolest. Here we are. I don't know if this is a thing or not, because I see different people, different schools of thought, is that you want to use different water, different brush for your paints. I don't know. Not a clue. I don't really like that one, so we're going to do that. Okay. And we can put one in here. Okay. Okay. And then up here, and you do need this for your Bluebonnets. You know, you got to have a little white. A little white in here. Just to make them seem alive. Texture. The paintbrushes, you can use two different reds. This is, y'all have gouache. This is the liquid. I prefer it over gouache. That's just my preference. I will say most people use gouache. But they'll also color it. They'll tint it so it doesn't just look real white for some things. Putting a little smidge. Really light. That should be really light back there. And in here. I know that's white, and I don't know if I want to keep it that way. There. Okay. Just trying to... I'm going to come back and when this is really, really dry, and we'll put all those details in, because that is our focal point after all. But just look how lightly I'm putting, and randomly I'm putting these little bits of white. Okay. And then we can come back and put a little bit of yellow on top. Right in here. Okay. Feels a little tedious. All right. Just these down here. Done with that part. Okay. So much for staying loose. All right. There we go. That was too plobby. This is what happens when I get tired of doing something. I get sloppy. Okay. Okay, and alrighty. These are pretty up here, aren't they? That color. All right. Now, we can put some yellow, dry. Maybe put a little mid yellow. Let's see what we think about that. And then a little yellow in here. All right, enough of that business. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to start over here. I'm trying to get a black going here. All right. So they have we can make a red door. That'd be cute. You know. One thing I do need to do is square up my building a little bit. Because that's not right. Okay. And I think we're going to put certainly a door back here. Not so dark though. Okay. But okay. So we have some windows. Here's our door. It is hard to talk and paint at the same time, just so y'all know. I know I like quit talking, but and you want everything to line up. That's okay. And I want to make some shutters. because it's a good little southern home. There we go. Okay. Maybe I can. I don't know. I keep trying, but it's just too wet. And okay. And I'm putting this darker over on top for because I just want to knock that red down a little bit. And of course it got out of line because this is too wet to do all that I'm trying to do. Okay, I have to let this dry. So I'm going to give it about 10 minutes and see what else I want to work on. I know. Put a little caps here. Okay. And I can come back with some red. My paintbrushes. That'll make them more texture, give them more texture. But I think even in a loose painting, when you start loose, you have to tighten it up. You have to put some details that make sense and give it structure. Okay, I'm gonna get this. Let's go everywhere. I wonder if I can, let me do that. This is when a flat brush is a good. There we go. Okay, make sure those. And then I don't think I mind that the dormers are kind of, but this is going to have to be really light because the dormers are. This is dry brush. Okay. And then I'm gonna lift this here. I'm gonna get this is all kinds of green paint in it.